The federal government just announced new cash to support housing for asylum claimants, and it's meant to help provinces and cities with a growing number of newcomers. Toronto and Montreal have struggled to cope with asylum claimants, and it's left some people sleeping in churches, homeless shelters, or out in the cold. Marc Miller is the Minister of Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship.
As Canada continues to meet its international legal and humanitarian obligations, we need to continue providing support at a level that reflects the ongoing impacts of asylum claims across the country. So today I'm announcing an additional $362.4 million in the interim housing assistance program to help provinces and municipalities across the countries in their efforts to assist those in need.
And our Karina Roman has been listening in from her post in Ottawa. Karina, $362.4 million. Tell us what happens with those funds.
So this is money for across the country, but it's expressly for provinces and municipalities that are experiencing a surge in demand for housing for asylum seekers. The goal, obviously, to prevent homelessness and to help provinces and municipalities figure out how to house and pay for that housing, even though it's a short-term measure. We're told that 1/3 of this will go to Quebec, about $100 million. There is no revelation, though, today on how much will go to Toronto. But if you do the math, $100 million off of 262 doesn't leave a lot unless they give basically the rest of it to Toronto. So Toronto wants $250 million. Doesn't look like they're going to get that full amount, but we will find out, Marc Miller said, later in the week. And, you know, the money is, as I said, to help with housing and settlement supports, which are the responsibility of the provinces and municipalities, but the federal government obviously recognizing, as it has before, that it has a role to play. And Marc Miller talked about how this is, you know, the interim housing assistance program. It's a stopgap measure. This is not how they want to be doing this long term. That it'd be better if they could have transition housing and then people get their work permits as they wait for their claims to be decided, and then either they are allowed to stay or they're not allowed to stay. That would be a much better system, but that's not what we have right now, and they have to deal with the reality of what we have right now. And I should mention, Hannah, that this is on top of $212 million that was previously announced in the summer.